You in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Recording in progress. Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast, the podcast from the web series The Two Dicks. How about that? I'm Ducharme in Los Angeles, California, and that right there in front of that beautiful sunset is Al Romas, and that I believe that's Clearwater Beach in Clearwater, Florida. Is that correct, Al?
You are correct, sir. That is last night, actually, down at the beach. I took that at about 6:30. I believe the sunset was 6:35 or something. So it's right about to burn into the water and vanish and rise up in China.
Right.
All the Chinamen were excited. The sun was rising. Can you say Chinamen? I don't know.
I think you just canceled yourself.
I think Norm said, or I think it was Norm said, that's the least offensive thing you could say, because they are men and they're from China. So Chinaman is not really offensive.
No. Now, in high school, back in 1880s, we had an Asian teacher, and she was from Hong Kong, and she had a very thick accent. Very, very smart, obviously. And some of the kids were cruel, and they would mimic her.
Oh, those kids. Yeah. Kids.
And she said, yeah, they are.
They're horrible.
Yeah. I think half of the kids, we should develop a virus that kills just mean kids. Just mean kids.
Wow. That would be very specific.
You know what? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's not
but
easy
then,
to get
But then we wouldn't know what good kids are, because we'd have nothing to measure them up again. So I take that all back.
But I think there is something to the old, bullying. I mean, I know it's all, you can't do it anymore, but like these things we're talking into right now, computers and phones, we wouldn't have if people weren't bullied. They went in the garage and they made shit because no one would hang with them and talk.
You have to have it. It's a balance.
If everybody's wonderful and everything's positive, then you get a bunch of weirdos walking around thinking they're fucking great and they're doofuses. So I think it's not a bad thing to be called a doofus every now and then. A moron and, whatever, and then get a punch in the face and you go home and you cry and maybe invent something.
As long as you don't go to the school and shoot everybody.
But I think your virus thing is a little, I don't know how that would. Fauci might be able to do that.
Fauci could do that.
When he's not torturing puppies, he could maybe make a virus to kill mean kids. Okay. Tired of him.
Yeah. Now, did he fund them, or did he actually take part in the torturing?
I don't know. I saw pictures online. I just bailed. I couldn't read it. I can't handle that kind of thing. So it's too much.
I can't handle it either.
Too much for my little brain to handle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, this was last night down at the beach. Look at that. Beautiful. The weather in Florida, folks, if you're thinking of coming to Florida, we still have our download from Rangoon. I looked again. 3 weeks in a row now. The Rangoon listener or family or
Hi, Rangoon. Thank you.
They're downloading Talking Dicks.
But they actually changed the name. You know that, right?
It says Rangoon on the download.
Yeah, I think the platform still says Rangoon, but they changed the name. But maybe it hasn't within the last couple of years. It's called Yangon. I sent it to you.
I didn't read it.
Fact check us and mention it in the comments below if you're listening. Thanks.
Yes, they put on their meat helmets and they listen on Monday and Friday to the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. They should become Patreon members. We could, do a Rangoon special or something.
Oh, that would be great. That's patreon.com/the2dicks. And it's all there, all the different platforms. And we'd love to have you as a member, show your support. And we'll do a special edition to you if you become a Patreon member.
We would. We'd love it. But this was the beach. So I said, if you're coming to Florida, boy, this is the time right now. It's like 75 degrees, no humidity, and went to a beach bar and had some cocktails. And I'll tell you, we were talking a little off air there, man. That one of the great joys in life is day drinking. I think that is just one of the best things you can do as a human being, and go out and have a couple of cocktails.
Yeah, just a couple.
in the afternoon.
We're not talking about getting totally wasted. We're talking about one or two with the right people. That look at that setting. Who doesn't want a glass of wine? Now, Al's a red wine drinker, but when he's with his lady friend,
yes,
I'm guilty of the same with the rosé with my wife. My wife likes rosé, and I drink it, because I'm hoping to get a little action. But it is enjoyable to have a nice Pinot or something with the sunset like that.
My girlfriend enjoys the Riesling, and I'd never been a Riesling drinker, but I'm drinking it now. It's refreshing. It's nice. You can't drink a cab
Meow.
in the sun.
Meow. You're drinking Riesling? Oh my God. Oh,
it's great. It's enjoyable.
Well, this is the last episode of the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for your support over the years.
Sir, when you're drinking fucking Grigio or Rosé or some garbage.
No, it's the same thing. But Riesling.
Riesling.
Put a hand. You drink the sweet wine now. Drink it. It's good for you.
It's not. It's refreshing as hell. It's fucking cool. It's nice. You can't sit in the sun.
Into the oven.
You can't drink a cab in the sun. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Indoors, at a bar, a Cabernet. Outside, Riesling.
I have to edit.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, did you hear what I said? I know you blew over it.
I let it go, but
all right.
Good. Leave it in.
All right.
Leave it in. Leave everything in. We need anything we can get. So
well, part of our web series, The Two Dicks, was the political incorrectness of it for that time period, 1940s and 1950s, how these guys are bumbling idiots and many times ended up with the short end of the stick, kind of like a la Archie Bunker. But they weren't true mean guys or racist. It's just
they're just guys in 1954.
Yeah. And
they're not bright.
No, they're not bright. And that shit does not fly today, and nor should it. But it's too strict these days, and it's actually hurting I believe, because it's a knee-jerk reaction. It's like if we had taken the regular baby steps along the way, we wouldn't be where we are now. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, but some people, I like the people who don't think about it and don't care. Like we were at this beach bar, and I said it was a young girl, and she was like in her early 20s, you know what I mean? So I said, oh, because it's hot out, and that day, and I said, what do you have? Because I didn't want to drink wine. And I go, do you have anything like you make, anything kind of beachy, tropical bullshit drink? And she goes, yeah, I make a drink. You might like that. And I go, all right, cool. And she made the drink, and I go, what's this called? And she goes, that's a pink pussy. And it was like, it was just, I go, excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Did you shove your girlfriend away and say, marry me?
I wanted to hear it again. I just go, what was that? I didn't hear that. She goes, and she just like, without it, it didn't mean anything to her.
Right.
She's like 23 years old, and she just goes, oh, it's a pink pussy. I'm like, oh, of course it is. Thank you.
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't know what that means.
It's the Pink Pussy Panther music. I made it up.
Oh, well, that wasn't very Pink Panther.
That was the bass line.
Oh, you're doing the bass line. Okay. Yeah. But if I had said that and at a show or something, a girl that age is going to get offended. But she does it, and it was all just kind of cute and fun. You know what I mean? Like, and she was like, she didn't think anything was wrong with it. And of course, nothing's wrong with it. It's just words. Who gives a shit? But it was fun to hear.
You heard me laugh when you told me. I loved it. I loved it.
Fun. The drink wasn't great, but it's fun to sit in the sun and drink a pink pussy. So that was fun.
Question,
sir.
Equal wage, equal opportunity, equal rights, whatever categories you want to put this in. Now, you come on shift, you're a dude, and that's the drink special. Does that give you license to say that to like a 7-year-old woman comes up? She goes, I'd like a drink. We have a drink special, ma'am. It's called the Pink Pussy. Would you like some?
Right. It might be a little weird. I think she wasn't it was the drink she made. She created this drink. So I don't know if the other guys know how to make it. I don't think any guy's going to be, handing out pink pussies. But it was just funny though, because like I said, it wasn't a great drink, but what's better, than you're just sitting there in the sun drinking a pink pussy. It was like, well, this is good. This is fun. Again, day drinking, man. That's the thing. If I could impart anything to the listeners, go out and drink tomorrow during the day and this weekend or tomorrow, whatever, whenever. Have a couple of drinks out in the afternoon.
If you partake, that is. There's a lot of people
even if you
that
don't partake. Even if you don't partake. Fall off the wagon, have a couple of drinks, and then start again the next day. But it's worth it, God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, we
you guys have been doing so. I've seen Bernie's Instagram and your Instagram, and I see a lot of cocktails and table side stuff happening. And what's going on there in California?
Well, we feel like, we were very disciplined throughout the whole pandemic. We got vaxxed, we wear masks and all that. We were very strict, and now we're loosening up.
Strict.
Yeah, we were very strict. So we're cutting. We figured we put our time in. We're done with this.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been cutting loose a little bit. We still follow the protocols until we get in, but it's kind of, you wear your mask until you get to the seat, and then you just take it off and you eat and drink. And
sure.
But we had a bartender last night. We went out. We've had like 5 date nights this week because we're going to be spending a lot of time away from one another in the next month and a half. So we said, let's just make up for the time we're not going to be together. Let's get it. So we've been going out almost every night. So we went to the Wooden Vine right there in Hollywood, a famous place. And the bartender made
famous. I've never heard of it.
Here it's famous.
Oh, there it's famous.
It's right across from the it's right across from where Hamilton is playing their theater district. Pontages theater, blah blah blah. Okay. So anyways, he says, I have a drink, I'm trying to get it on the menu.
Pink pussy. That would be weird.
It was the gray pussy. And,
the gray pussy. That's a dry martini, let's be honest.
Woo!
Hey now.
She was so dry.
How dry was she?
When I went down on her, I saw a mirage. That's a dry pussy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I remember Dennis Miller dropping the line, and it was like one of those where it go, oh, do I get that joke or not? Where he said, that guy's drier than Noel Coward's memoirs. It's like, wow. You gotta know Noel Coward. You gotta
there's a lot of layers. A lot of layers to that to get to the punchline. Yeah. So anyways, he was trying to knock off the Apostle, which is a drink that his cohort, his fellow bartender, invented, and he was trying to replace it with his drink, which was called a person of interest.
A person of interest,
which we have mentioned with the Brian Laundrie case.
Yeah, that would have been a suspect 2 years ago, that drink.
Right.
Now it's a person of interest. And what was in the what's in a person of interest? What was the alcohol?
A little bit of champagne, a little bit of a white wine. Yeah, it was all Bernadette ordered it. I did not. I did, however, taste it. And
Bernadette ordered it for both of you.
No, I had a martini, a dirty martini, motherfucker. With Tito's dirty martini.
Oh, okay.
We walked right into the bar, and she's looking at the menu, and I knew, because she takes forever to order a drink. What do I want? Let me ask. Then she goes to the bartender. Let me ask you a question. Do you like this or this or this the best? So she sets him up to pitch his a person of interest,
Yes.
But I go, listen, this is going to take her a while. I'll have a Cheetos dirty martini. Can you start making it now?
How many olives? How many olives you got?
He gave me 3. I didn't get the extra 2.
Oh, what do you mean? You're supposed to have 5 olives? I don't drink martinis. I don't know.
No, they give you 3, and they pour the olive juice in the Tito's because it makes it dirty.
Right.
I just like that. I enjoy the olive at the end, but I like a hint of the olive while I'm drinking.
But you said 3, you didn't get the extra 2. What did that mean?
Well, when you ask for extra olives, they usually give you 2 more.
Oh,
and then I usually feed it to my wife. like this.
Oh.
Well, everybody's staring at us, and
That's sexy.
she giggles like a 20-year-old.
Oh. I don't believe any of that happens, but
No.
that's a nice image. I like that. What are these stuffed olives? Are these what
Pimento.
kind of olives? Pimento.
Yeah.
What's the one aren't there stuffed
Garlic.
olives in a martini?
There's garlic and blue cheese.
Blue cheese is what I'm thinking of.
Jalapeno.
Oh, jalapeno. Yeah, man. That's
There's all kinds of ones. This was just a regular olive. So
okay.
It was very good.
Now the martini, I'm not a fan, but if it wasn't served in a martini glass, are you drinking that? If that's just in a rocks glass, are you drinking that thing?
No, I wanted a martini glass.
That's what I'm saying. It's all in the glass.
And I'll tell you what, I spilled so much of it trying to get it to my mouth because he filled it
That's
right
the
to the
other
brim.
thing. They
So
brim it up and
I have to. You got to go down on it, and I didn't. I thought I could do it, and I spilled some on the bar. Yeah, it was a rookie move. I don't drink many martinis, and if I do have one a couple times a year, I usually have one, and then I switch. Because that gets me right where I want to be for takeoff. That's like walking up the ramp in the spacesuit, hoping that the launch isn't scrubbed. That's the feeling I want.
They're always scrubbed. Always scrubbed.
Yeah.
Those things are. Do you think they'd be past that at this point, where we could just fucking take off?
The winds are kicking up.
I don't like a scrub. Not a fan of a scrub.
Same here.
Yeah,
not a fan.
But did you go another martini? Did you go two?
No. Then he said, "Can I make you another?" I go, "No, I'm done here, but I will do." They had a special. It was a brew and a burger, and I love seeing that. You don't see that much anymore.
Brew and a burger. It's a $16 hamburger, which was delicious, and a beer of your choice. Not you could have one of these three choices. It was like anything you wanted. So $16 for the burger and the beer.
Yeah,
well, that's not bad.
Bargain.
That's not bad.
In the theater district in Los Angeles, Hollywood. Yeah,
take it.
So I did that, but we I know I'm hogging the pod right now, but we came from the immersive Van Gogh exhibit, which takes all the Vincent Van Gogh paintings and puts it in a 500,000 square foot.
And who's pussy whipped? What the fuck? The Van Gogh exhibit? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow.
I'm cultured. I'm from Cranston, Rhode Island, and I'm cultured, okay?
Uh-huh.
It's art.
It's art.
Yeah. Oh, it's art.
Uh-huh.
No, Bernadette and I had seen the New York City Van Gogh exhibit at the Met, and then we also saw it in Amsterdam.
Oh wow! Look at you! I had no idea what I was doing there.
So
I didn't know.
Now the third time we saw it in this digital 3D effect with music.
Isn't it the same art though? He's not making new shit. I mean, isn't it the same thing? It's like seeing a guy's act over and over. Yeah, I like it, but where's the new stuff, Van? You know?
Well,
I mean, am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not an art connoisseur like you are, but isn't it this? I mean, it would be a repeat.
Well, it's a true artist story. You know, I'll give you the gist. You know that he went insane. And he threatened his friend with a knife, and then his friend went to the police, and Van Gogh ended up cutting off one of his ears or a portion.
I thought it was for a chick. Didn't he mail it to a girl?
The story changes. They could have been arguing over the girl.
I thought the girl left Van and he
cut
off his ear.
We don't know if that's true, if he mailed it to her.
I don't even think it was mailed then.
They make up a lot of stories along the way. And then he ended up, he ended up shooting himself in the chest.
No.
And he died 2 days later in the hospital. Whereas today, you probably could have survived that. He probably
not if Alec Baldwin shoots you.
Oh! Ow!
Wait,
Oh!
I'm just saying.
Oh! Pow!
He's a good
Pow!
Decent actor. Good
shot. One shot. And
2 people.
Cut. That's a take. That's a take me to the hospital.
That's a take her life. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's too soon.
It's never. No, it's
not
been
for
a week.
comedians.
We were talking about this fucking 2 weeks ago.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I feel bad, obviously, for the girl. That's crazy.
How can you not? Of course.
He's the producer, Alec. There's gonna be tons of. There's like 3 or 4 different lawsuits, right? Because there's prop people, there's assistant director. Thank God the director got shot too, because he's off the hook.
But I was reading today there was a live round. Now they're investigating who put in the box of the dummy rounds that were going to be used in the scene. There was a live round in that box. So somebody put a live round in the mix with dummy rounds. So you're talking this could be sabotage, this could be a setup.
Right. But
you could have a disgruntled crew member because they seem very disgruntled.
Right. But when you throw a live round in, it has a rounded tip, the bullet, whereas a blank is flat. So someone
said it.
Is someone who's a prop master.
Mm-hmm.
That gun is not supposed to leave there. It was Carrot Top.
It was Carrot Top.
It was Carrot Top.
Or the amazing Wid, the legendary Wid, or Carrot Top. Or Gallagher. Maybe Gallagher. He's been quiet for a while.
I'm going to say the amazing Wid was my favorite. And although Carrot Top in that field has crushed it.
I think it's legendary. I was wrong with amazing. It's legendary Wid out of Philadelphia.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And I have I don't have it anymore. I used to have a hamper, like a laundry hamper. He signed for me because I was helping him. I helped him carry his garbage to his car one time. And he goes, "Hey, you want one?" I go, I don't know, maybe. And he goes, "I'll sign it for you." And he signed it, So I had a hamper for a while that was signed by the legendary Wid, where if you ever see it, get a chance, folks.
Oh my God.
They're performing. Go see the Wid. That guy fucking
That's
genius.
like finding a Van Gogh at a yard sale.
Yeah, I could I could put it in my living room and have you and Bernie come and pay me money to look at it 3 times over the years. You know what I mean? Be like the Van Gogh exhibit you go to.
First of all, we love you know that he only sold 1 painting during his lifetime. His brother Leo.
I don't know anything about Van Gogh. I'm a fucking.
Well, how could you not know this? He's one of the greats.
I'm a dude.
He's what is it? Post impressionist realism, because they were all painting realistic.
I stopped.
They were all painting realistic, and
Rich
he started
was the last one. I don't care about the rest of them.
He started painting what he saw. What do you call it? What do you call that style of painting? Post impressionist. What is it?
I don't know. Realism.
Realism was prior, and this was considered rock and roll, and garbage. His style.
Right.
And then it became huge after he died, of course, that whole style, along with Gauguin, whoever his buddies there, they were all hanging out, getting drunk together. And now his paintings are going for what? 40 to 200 million bucks a painting.
Well, sure. Yeah, there's, but then art is crazy anyway. You can get a Jackson Pollock's going for 50 mil and it's just fucking splattered paint. I mean, it's all subjective.
It is subjective, but when you see one, and I've seen those, when you see them, you go, because you can see, people that try to do that style, the drippy thing, and you go, oh, there's something about it's just slightly different that like it jumps out. I'm not making this up. And not everybody has this feeling. You just go, oh,
right.
There is something more to it. It's not just a price tag and craziness. There's like it's coming at you.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't explain it.
I know.
I'm into it.
You missed the explanation. Was awful, but I was waiting for it. I wanted to learn why the Jackson Pollock is different than me getting a paintbrush and throwing it at the wall.
I want you to try it. I'm giving you an assignment.
Get a paintbrush.
If you had
and paint.
And drip. If you had
drip,
if you had done that to that hamper, how much that'd be worth?
I have a physical Thursday because I'm having some drip problems, so I have to get checked out. I'm kidding. I don't have any problems. I'm perfect health. I have a physical Thursday, and I will be acing it. Thank you. Why do you look so stunned?
What's your physical? What are your yearly?
Yearly, you go in,
yeah, but
you get the balls
you already had one.
out, you get
You already had one done like 6 months ago.
I know, but my doctor, my doctor's like, you have one scheduled. I can't go. Well, I had one for a ship and it's all good. So fuck you,
No,
But I
go
want-
to,
you know,
go to your
anyway.
doctor. Go to your doctor.
Yeah, you got to go to the doctor. You get the little finger and all. It's a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little Indian doctor. I switched. I literally switched doctors because the guy I had was a fat guy from Boston who enjoyed the finger thing. And I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't go to him anymore. And I said, I'm leaving. I have to go. And I found a woman and she's a little Indian and her finger is, just a little thing. Might feel a little prick, And that's the reason I left. That's actually
How many years were you with the Boston guy with the big sausage fingers?
8 years, 9 years, 10 years.
Come on,
whatever.
dude. Come
Long
on,
time.
dude.
Long time.
Come on.
Long time. He
You,
loved me long time. You know what I'm saying? Too much. And he was fat. Had a fat doctor.
he was an unhealthy, fat, sausage fingering doctor
a fat doctor. I mean, you
telling
can't-
you how to be healthy.
Exactly. I'd like to see you lose a little weight. I'm like, I'd like to see you write a prescription without wheezing. What the fuck? Jesus. This is, you know what I mean?
Dude, you're killing me today. How unusual. That's great.
I caught that at the very end. You son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. So, well, that sounds like a nice day. You went and you saw Van Goghs and you had some martinis and
Then-
back. Then back to the house for.
We walked around Hollywood a little bit
All right.
at night because we had a little buzz. We had food and we were trying to be responsible. So
Do you drive there? Do you walk?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
How do you get there?
Well, if we're going out for a fun night of drinking, we would normally Uber.
Mhm.
But because we weren't planning on really drinking,
Yeah.
I had 2 drinks and a cheeseburger in between, and
Right.
over a 2-hour period, my buzz dissipated, and I got behind the
Mhm.
wheel and drove us home. But
Mm-hmm.
then we met up with my friend in the
Uh-oh.
hood,
Oh boy.
and then I switched to wine, and I had
Ooh.
2 Dolce.
Wait.
Yeah,
A friend in the hood had wine. What hood is this?
the-
Hood guys don't drink wine.
well, he's a wino, so
Oh, there's a wine. There you go. I got some Thunderbird. Nice.
Ripple,
Mad
baby.
Dog 2020.
And I had 2 wonderful Italian Dolcetto, the Dolcetto grape. I haven't had
Mhm.
one of those in years, and they were pricey, $17 a glass.
He was charging you, your friend in the hood, for drinks.
No, we went to a little wine bar.
Oh, I thought you meant you were at his house or something.
No, we rendezvoused. I said, hey, text
Oh.
Chris, let him know that we're going to be, close by.
Rendezvous.
So he goes, yeah, I'm just finishing my meal. I'll pop over, and he did. 20 minutes later, he's there. And
Is he a comic?
Yeah, Chris McGuire. He doesn't do stand up really that much anymore, but he's a writer, producer guy.
Gotcha.
He went from the Man Show to Snoop Dogg. What's her name? They did a cooking show together.
Who did?
Martha Stewart.
Oh, Martha Stewart.
So it was Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. So he was a producer on that.
That was the Dennis Miller joke. That was Martha Stewart's sheets are drier than Noel Coward's memoirs. That was the joke.
See how it all comes around, baby.
It all works, man. So you had some expensive wine with your friend Chris, and now you're at 4 drinks and the car. 4 drinks and a car.
But this is over a 5-hour period.
I don't know if the cops would see it that way.
What is it? Isn't it less than? It's an hour. Isn't it like an hour and 10 minutes per drink? Hour and 15 minutes per drink is what I'm averaging.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know the. I'm kidding around. I think you're fine.
I had
with
I had a
time and
cheeseburger,
food, yeah.
fries, olives, and it's a lot. That's a lot for me, by the way. In a
You
night.
go cheeseburger and fries at this age, and this we're gonna try to keep the temple clean, man. Cheeseburger
You know what?
and fries.
You know what? I did not have cheese. I had,
went with a,
and I had I have had half the fries because
Okay.
Bernie had tuna tartare, and then I knew she was going to go in for my fries and try to do like a fish and chip bullshit thing. and she ate half of my fries.
I like her choice better. I go the tartar sounds that sounds better. And what was her drink? What did she end up going with? Was that the champagne?
That was a person of interest. Yeah,
The person of interest.
white wine, champagne, and like 3 other liqueurs or whatever stuck in there. It was refreshing, not too sweet.
That's what you want. You know, you want refreshing. I think as you get a little older, you want refreshing.
But Riesling, holy shit!
Goddamn refreshing, sir. It's nice. Although when we go out at night to a bar, I go with an old fashioned.
Same here.
I go with a Woodford old fashioned.
Oh, I have Woodford on the bar right now.
Nice. It's good stuff. And some places do it great. You know, they're all good.
Yeah.
Some you go, whoa, that this guy or girl knows how to make the old fashioned, and some are okay.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Some if they get too sweet, I don't like that. You know who makes one of the best? Our good friend, director John Beckmeyer.
Oh, really?
He has all the accoutrements. He has like a pantry designated just for making traditional drinks, and he has all these old books from the 50s and 60s.
Where was the mixologist when I was up there? I don't remember any.
We were working.
I know we were working, but we did go out at the end of a shooting day, and I don't remember John Beckmeyer saying.
First of all,
we make up some cocktails.
We had him shoot for 9.5 hours, 10 hours.
He should have made cocktails.
And then you want him to make us cocktails after, and he didn't charge us. And he put me up.
Oh, I know.
Well, he one night.
He didn't put us up.
No, we stayed in a hotel, but
we were working.
I normally stay at his place.
Oh yeah. We were doing comedy and shooting all day, comedy at night. That was a full 48 hours in Boston. That was like all crammed. We crammed everything in that we could in a short amount of time. But I'm just saying, it would have been nice if he was like, hey, you know what? I make a really nice old fashioned. Can I make you boys one? What does that take? 5 minutes? I mean, come on.
No, he does the muddle and he's got all the accoutrement. I'm telling you right now,
Love a muddle.
And the stirs.
Big muddle fan.
Usually he gets like 3 or 4 people sitting, and he goes, "What do you want?" And then he'll just make them all. And it's like a chemist. It's like very well done. Tasty.
Well, when it's done right, it's all those drinks. But when you can really do it, that's why they gave him the mixologist. I mean, they make it sounds a little pretentious, but if you are a mixologist, there's a difference than that and a bartender. You know, if you really know how to do it, and some people do. But
no, that's homemade with Beckmeyer. There's a restaurant here in West Hollywood called Connie and Ted's, and it's their parents were from Rhode Island, and their names were Connie and Ted. So the
smallest state,
the speed bump between Connecticut and Massachusetts. So the son and daughter opened this restaurant and named it after them, and it's all kind of a New England flair. But they have mixologists.
Cold people in there just cold, no emotions. Just right. But New England flair is what I'm saying.
Well, let's say a Rhode Island menu.
Oh,
because the food is sensational.
Rhode Island known for its food.
Yes.
Really?
Oh yes.
Well,
we have some of the best restaurants and most beautiful women.
I've been up there. I spent my childhood. I don't remember either, but I'll take your word for that. I don't remember either, to be honest with you. But I was a kid, so maybe I missed out on the beautiful women and the good food.
I don't know what city or town. It varies.
Well, I was in small town Rhode Island. Lack of beautiful women and good food. But you lived there. You grew up. I'll trust your opinion. I don't think. No, to be honest, no one talks about Rhode Island's food. So how dare you?
It's a great, well-kept secret.
Okay.
But if you know it, you know it.
I remember going to Newport Creamery for some ice cream. That was pretty good. Pretty good ice cream.
They had the awful.
I'm sorry.
It was called the awful.
It sounds like a review of an Al Ducharme comedy show.
Help!
Fill out your comment cards.
Al Romas, he's here all week.
I will be.
Buy the Riesling.
Yeah, at the Van Gogh exhibit. We'll rename this thing Two Homos Talking Fucking Podcast. Holy God.
See, that's your character from the Two Dicks web series who's homophobic. You can't do that
Yes.
now. You'll get us canceled.
You keep saying that. I'm ready. I'm ready to be canceled. Believe me.
We've been
I'm
hoping to
awaiting
be.
it. I'm waiting.
I know.
Please.
We want to be canceled. We want
Cancel
to
us.
be that significant.
I'd love it. I'd love to go on Twitter and
That
see,
relevant.
trending Talking Dicks comedy podcast.
Gets the
People
heave ho.
Very angry at us for.
And when we say gets the heave ho, and we say ho, we don't mean whores.
I do. And
We do.
Yes. And then we move to Rangoon, where we are celebrated for our wit and our non-politically correct takes on things. And the people of Rangoon welcome us with open arms and open legs.
And open legs, just like those Rhode Island girls.
Hey now, well, you say they're beautiful and they make good food.
Well, they
So,
have the ethnicity there. They have this. You get a lot of mix. You get like the Portuguese, Italian.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, you get a big influence there, and then you get.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. You get as well as Irish.
I
And
just remember emotionless.
little
people who
throw some
don't hug.
Latino in there and a little bit of African American. You get this nice mix going
Wow.
on, nice melting pot.
I don't remember any of that.
Big gay
1970s.
population, big gay population as well.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Didn't know any of this. Interesting.
Yeah, very
I
diverse
know.
state.
Okay. Probably why we don't have any downloads in Rhode Island. You know what I mean? They stay away from the Talking Dicks comedy podcast. I saw Manscaped on Twitter put up a thing yesterday. What podcast should we sponsor? And I'm like, right here.
Oh,
Jesus, it
did
couldn't
you
be more
respond?
perfect.
Did you
Of course,
respond?
I said, could it be more perfect? Manscaped, the Talking Dicks comedy podcast. Us,
Oh,
motherfuckers.
why did we think of that?
I know. I put it in there. We'll see what happens. But man, that would be.
I should follow up.
You should. You're a little slow on the Twitter take.
Yeah, Twitter's not my strong point. You know, I
No.
just
I know. I know. Yeah.
why do you hammer it in? When I'm being vulnerable and truthful,
Yeah.
you rub it in my face.
I love to rub it in your face, man. Usually it's on your back, but sometimes on your face.
Oh!
Hey now.
Oh,
Whoa, what happened?
you're balancing your homophobia.
I can go either way, man.
He can go
I'm
either
moving
way.
around.
You can go both ways.
I can go. I got a big cup of Riesling here, and I'm enjoying life.
Woo!
Ooh, Good cracker.
All right, good cracker. That's what
What's,
my
where you gonna
African American neighbor said to me one day.
Where you gonna be? What's coming?
That's a
up?
reverse racist joke.
Good cracker. What do you mean? Oh yeah. I know. Right.
Do you know Mark Norman has comedy, which is an old thing, comedy,
Yeah.
but he embraces it. He sells those T-shirts for $25.
John Campanera was doing it
Comedy,
30
Yeah.
years ago.
yeah,
I
Campanera.
know.
So we should
But-
have that. Good cracker.
Good cracker.
Good cracker.
Yeah. What do you got coming up, comedy wise? Speaking of, any plugs?
I
Plug away.
gotta. I have to. Well, Bernie. I'm kidding. Bernadette's my wife. If you're not familiar.
Uh-huh.
We are working together at the Sandman Comedy Club in Richmond, Virginia, December 11th, 12th. No, I'm sorry, 10th, 11th, 12th.
How does that work? Who's headlining that weekend?
Since I booked it, whoever books it headlines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seems okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've opened up for her many times.
Hey now.
And once you get moving, you tolerate it.
Well, no, I've seen both of you. You're both good comics. So I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I was asking meaning who's open? I mean, who's headlining? You know,
This one I'll
Either
be
one if you
closing
could.
it out. I like to say we're co-headlining because the money, when we work together, we go 50-50. We just put the money together. 50-50.
Right.
That's how
Right.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in Richmond, Virginia in December.
Yeah, we have a private corporate gig we're doing in Orange County prior to that.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to be jumping on
Big money.
a
big money.
cruise ship. I'll be on Celebrity and Royal Caribbean. And then way out in February, Valentine's weekend, we'll be with the Cotters, Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise Cotter, along with Vicky Cooperman and Max Cohen at Laugh Boston for a Valentine's comedy weekend. There you have it.
You've done that before, right? I remember.
Yeah, this would be a third time in. Bernadette and I have done it solo. We did it with Vicky, who's a producer and a very funny comedian. And now we're putting all four of us, or all six of us, together on one full weekend.
Well, that's a lot of comedy right there.
It sure is. Now, what about you?
That's a full night. That's a full night of comedy, folks.
It is.
I will be at Visani's in Port Charlotte, Florida, the big castle on the Kings Highway, November 17 through 20. 5 shows, 1 show night, 2 on Saturday. I'll be I'm doing a cruise in December. Also, I'll be on Royal Caribbean. Back on the Adventure of the Seas, where I spent 5.5 months. I'll be back on there. They're gonna what? Sorry.
No, they're gonna. They probably have your cabin sterilized and cleaned by now. It took like 70 man hours. Teams are going in 24 hours a day.
What are you implying?
Chipping away at the stalagmites and stalactites that you left behind by your man juice. Imagery. Paint that, Van Gogh. Paint that.
That was beautiful. Yeah, fuck Van. He can't do that. And then I'm at McCurdy's in Sarasota. I'm doing New Year's Eve, and then I'm doing the week after New Year's Eve, the full week, Wednesday through Sunday. The weekend. So that's January, 5 through 10 or so.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then I'll be in California, sir. I'll be in your home state there, or your
You'll be in my home state, which is 5 states, the size of 5 states, with 39.8 million people. It's a country, for Christ's sakes.
Can't wait. It's gonna be cold though. I don't want to be cold in Napa. I'm going to Napa, folks, in January. I don't know if that's. It's gonna be great either way, but I don't want to be like, I hope it's not fucking cold. That's all.
Well, I know you're going to be going with your lady friend, and I will try not to cock block you. But if we can make some sort of gathering,
yeah, I think it would be
let's
great.
Make an effort.
I'm going to have it's not a hotel. I'm in an Airbnb, and we could film. We could do something one of those afternoons or days. It'd be nice to get an episode done. So yeah, that would be fine.
All right. Thank our Patreon members for their support, and go to our Patreon page /the2dicks if you'd like to become a member, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/the2dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary.
Go to patreon.com/the2dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.